Good morning. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sketch Session. We are doing today's sketch session from home. Because John is not feeling super great, and I wanted to stick around so I can take care of him. Because I'm a nice person. At least that's what I tell myself. Hi there, Ellen and Linda. Ellen, you better get Prince right on ready because Cora is definitely going to be joining us at some point. I'd say that that's a veritable guarantee. Hey, Bobby. So I've got my day already planned out. I feel so on top of it. How are you all doing this morning? Let me just pull up a wee little bit of inspiration. Looking up a little bit of references. Hey, Cora. Daylight savings, gotcha. Yeah. I actually just a second ago, when the clock hit 9, we had an alarm go off in our bedroom that apparently it's set for 8, but it's been going off at 9 apparently every day after we've left home. So I'm gonna have to make sure to go deal with that. All right, we're just gonna go for it. Let's do some blues, some sort of steely gray. This color right here. I think I'm gonna do some chest studies. Some men's chest studies. Ooh. Had some scans and labs today. Well, I am glad to hear that that's over. Make my window just a little smaller. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Go ahead and set that right there. Prince is making himself very unavailable. Cora just decided she's actually going to go eat and not harass me. So I'm sure that they'll be around. Cats do things on their own schedules. Oh yeah, here she comes. Here she comes. Juniper, can you please remind me? Juniper is gotcha. Special needs cat. Savannah has had a couple of special needs cats since I've known her, and I've loved them so much. One I didn't know very well. Her name was Batman. She had that neurological condition where she just kind of like shook everywhere. Like everything was unsteady, woozy. But she was fine. She wasn't like in any pain. She just was a shaky kitty. And then the other one was, his name was Quasi, as in Quasimodo. And he was such a cutie. He had deformed half of his face, just like extra wide set eyes. Kind of his nose was a little bit messed up from his just from birth. His whiskers kind of came up a little funny. He was such a sweetie. Hey there, Sonali. Let me switch up the body types a little bit. The prince has arrived. Oh, sorry, I'm not very chatty this morning. I'm so zeroed in on these muscle men. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something crazy happened this morning. It's not crazy so much as it is a thing that I want to tell a story about, but call it a downside, I guess, of living in the city. Uh, just this morning, 5:15 a.m., we our buzzer goes off, like our door buzzer, twice. I thought the first one was a mistake. The dogs woke up, were barking. John and I both shot up. And then it went off a second time, and I was like, "Oh my god, is it like what's going on? Is it emergency? What is it?" So I checked my phone to see if any of my neighbors said anything, like maybe a neighbor was locked out or something. No, I get up, and I was no answer. No, nobody interested. Or I was not interested in answering the door, one way or the other. But I wanted to go peek, so I went and peeked through the peephole, and we can see the front door to the building from our front door. And it is a woman who's like a delivery driver or something. Like I could see her car with its hazards on out in front of the building, and she got buzzed in by somebody else because she apparently buzzed all of our neighbors, and then and then they go upstairs, and then they leave. They like come upstairs to drop something off or something. I don't know what it was, but who in their right mind just buzzes random apartments at 5 o'clock in the morning? Who does that? It's like a psychopath. Like it woke all of us up. It took us like 15-20 minutes to like settle back down and go back to sleep. It was so irritating. I'm just waiting for this to dry. Oh yes, Sonali. Well, not all of the first Home Alone movie is in Chicago as well. That house is actually recently was just for sale. Yeah, Bobby, same. I don't know if I don't know, maybe one of the neighbors was expecting them. Thing is, she didn't even have anything in her arms. That's the thing that was like confusing me the most, is that I could see her very clearly. She didn't have a package or something, like a bag or anything to deliver. She had her phone in her hand, and that was it. I was like, can you imagine if we had like a baby or something and someone woke us up that way? I would have sent John out there to go yell at them. I don't know, maybe one of the neighbors was expecting someone. Who knows? Who knows? But seriously, who just walks around buzzing random apartments while everyone's asleep? Unhinged behavior. Okay, so this is obviously still too wet for me to draw on, so I'm just gonna draw elsewhere. Man, I know I have a heat tool somewhere in this apartment, but the thing is that I don't know where. I think I'm going to stick with the theme that I've got going on here, and maybe I'm just going to draw maybe some beefy, beefy dude hands. Oh, and the thing about our early morning visitor is I know that they woke up everyone else in the building because the I heard that they went to the second floor. So I know that my next upstairs neighbor, but then the third upstairs neighbor, they have a couple of bigger dogs that I could hear barking and losing their minds as well, just like ours. So I know that we're all aware of our visitor. I might send a group chat, just be like, "Hey, what was all that about?" We have a good relationship with our neighbors. They're solid people. I'm sure they were probably just as surprised as we are because why on earth would anyone do that? We're almost dry enough to draw on. Summer, relax. Ugh, this dog. Okay, let's do pink. Thank you, Summer. Very good. You let me know. Okay. Summer is very zealous about home security. Paper is still just ever so slightly damp. Here, maybe I'll come down here. Well, somebody's got to save you from all those leaves. I mean, Summer has been our home security champion since we left our very first apartment that we had her. The first apartment, she was fine. She was like, yeah, these noises are fine. These are normal. But the second that we moved somewhere else, she was like, none of this is any good. All of it's suspicious. And ever since then, she's been keeping us safe. You really can't see the lines very well, can you? It's that dang shine. Here, let me adjust my lights. I need you guys to see these big beefy men that I'm drawing. sort of the downfall of drawing with shiny pencils or shiny watercolors, whatever. Makes it a little bit more difficult to see. You know, Ellen, I have no idea. Cora, you're sleeping on the job. I thought you were supposed to be a movie star. Ooh, Linda, I'm so excited. You are, you have a really nice eye for abstract. I look forward to seeing what you create. You're welcome, Linda. Yeah, I agree with Bobby on this one. The abstracts that you do, I would not count those as doodles. They are above doodles. They are definitely something else. All right. There's my dudes with their hot bods. Their shiny, shiny hot bods. I feel really good about it. It was a nice little study. Some nice big old beefy boys. Just messing with the lights. They do all kinds of different things. Well, anywho, I'm just gonna at least get that straight out of my face. I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Today is a nice chill day over here on Foxy, but I'm gonna try to get box tracks out today. I'm working on it. I'm working on it so diligently, I promise. I'm going to try to get box tracks out today. And then tomorrow we have the lettering Q&A and the lettering layouts and compositions class. And then on Saturday, we have the how to find your style, or like evaluating different styles of art class. That's going to be a really interesting one, much more lecture-y. than hands-on-y, but it's going to be really, really interesting. So we have a lot of cool stuff going on. So I will see you all later. Oh, and then in flowers, I believe, is there a Miranda class today that I am completely missing? Let me double check that. Yes, today is How to Draw Flowers for Beginners with Miranda. Of course, how could I miss that? That is today at noon Central. All right. I will see you all later. Have a great rest of your day. And yeah, and be well.